Hi all, welcome back to Mummy's Wiz. Today's video will again be a continuation of our previous video on sources of energy. We'll be looking on to the third part. Today's video we will be focusing on non-conventional sources of energy. Now let's have a small recap on non-conventional sources of energy. Non-conventional sources of energy which are not used extensively as the conventional ones and meet our energy requirement only on a limited scale. Solar energy, ocean energy which includes tidal energy, wave energy, ocean thermal energy, geothermal energy and nuclear energy belong to this category. These sources of energy have been tapped with the aid of advances in technology to meet our growing energy needs and are hence called as alternative sources of energy. Now let's talk about our first energy, solar energy. Solar energy are produced by the sun in the form of heat and light energy. Solar radiations can be converted into electricity through solar cells or photovoltaic cells. Photovoltaic cells convert solar radiations directly into electricity through silicon solar cells. Solar cells arranged on a large flat sheet from a minor solar panel. Solar cookers are painted black from outside and a large glass plate to trap solar radiations by greenhouse effect. Now coming to the advantages of solar cookers. Solar cookers are eco-friendly, renewable and it is used in rural areas and retains all the nutrients in the food due to slow cooking. Whereas there are disadvantages for solar cookers. These include silicon cells which are expensive, solar radiations which are not uniform over the earth's surface and it cannot be used at night or on cloudy days. This cannot be used to make chapatis for frying as these require a high temperature of 140 degrees Celsius or more. Maximum temperature is 100 degrees Celsius which can be achieved in a solar cooker. Other solar devices include solar water heater or the solar furnace. Coming to geothermal energy. Geothermal energy is the heat of the earth and it is the naturally occurring thermal energy found within rock formations and the fluids held within those formations. Energy hastened from the heat of the sun is called geothermal energy. Magma is formed when this heat melts the rocks. The rocks and hot gases are called as magma. The magma gets collected at some depths below the Earth's surface. These places are called as hot spots. When underground water comes in contact with these hot spots, it changes into steam which can be used to generate electricity. Advantages of thermal energy. Thermal energy is renewable, inexpensive, whereas it has disadvantages like it is expensive and only a few sites are available. Coming to ocean energy. The oceans acquire almost 71% of the surface of Earth. The enormous amount of water present in them did not act as a big collector of solar heat energy but also store large amount of it due to its eye-specific heat. Thus, ocean water can be used as a renewable source of energy. The main forms of ocean energy are described as under. Ocean thermal energy. The energy available due to temperature difference between deeper levels and surface of an ocean is termed as ocean thermal energy. Ocean tidal energy. The rise of ocean water due to the attraction of the moon is referred to as tide and its fall as low tide. The enormous movement of water due to high and low tide provide a large amount of energy known as ocean tidal energy. This tidal energy can be utilized by constructing a tidal barrage or dam. Coming to sea wave energy, the energy obtained from the high-speed sea waves is referred to as sea wave energy. In fact, these high-speed sea waves have a lot of kinetic energy associated with them, which can be used to drive dynamos, which convert kinetic energy into electrical energy. Energy from nuclear deuterium of oceans. The ocean water contains an unlimited amount of heavy hydrogen isotope called as deuterium, which is an isotope of hydrogen having one neutron in its nucleus. Scientists are working hard to produce energy by carrying the controlled nuclear fission of deuterium isotope. The process is still in an experimental stage. Energy from salinity gradient in seas. The difference in the concentration of salts in the water of two or more seas is called salinity gradient. This salinity gradient is nowadays used to obtain energy with the involvement of suitable techniques. Energy from sea vegetation or biomass. Sea vegetation or biomass is another direct source energy because enormous amount of seaweeds present in the seawater provides an endless supply of methane fuel. It has disadvantages which include uniform tidal action, which is not seen. Now let's talk about nuclear energy, a reaction in which the nucleus of an atom undergoes a change to form a new atom and releases an enormous amount of energy is termed as nuclear energy. There are two distinct ways of obtaining nuclear energy: nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. Energy released when some changes take place in the nucleus of the atom of a substance is termed as nuclear energy. It is used for heat generation and fuel for marine vessels. Now coming to advantages of nuclear energy. The alternative source of energy is due to depletion of fossil fuels. This form a small amount of fuel and a large amount of energy is released. What are its disadvantages? Risk of nuclear waste leakage and high cost of setting up of the plant with polluting the environment are its disadvantages. What are the environmental consequences of the increasing demand of energy? The combustion of fossil fuels produces acid rain and damages plants, soil and aquatic life. The burning of fossil fuels is increasing the amount of greenhouse gas and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. The construction of hydropower plants is a disturbing ecological balance. Nuclear power plants are increasing radioactivity in the environment. Now, what's the difference between nuclear fission and nuclear fusion? It involves breaking of a heavy nucleus into lighter nuclei, whereas fusion involves the binding of two nuclei. Fission is carried out by the bombardment of neutrons over a heavy nucleus, whereas fusion is carried out by heating in extreme temperature. Fission is a chain reaction and is a controlled process, whereas fusion is not a chain reaction and is an uncontrolled process. Fission produces an enormous amount of energy, whereas fusion produces more energy than fission. Fission products are hazardous, whereas fusion products does not cause any pollution. So that's all for today. We learned in detail about conventional sources of energy. With this, we are done with the chapter Sources of Energy. Let's all meet again with another video. Until then, bye-bye. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Only then you can receive notifications when we upload a video.